The Cannabis Show is for information only. You should always consult with a qualified and licensed physician or other medical care provider.
Today on The Cannabis Show, what's the story with THC? We explore the strain Rockstar, learn about terpenes and extracted oils, all that and more. Rockstar strain from Tilray has a rich taste that comes across as earthy and citrusy and is known to be pleasant from the get-go. Some patients have said that the buzz climbs up on you and makes you feel relaxed, uplifted, happy, and even euphoric. With a rich terpene base like caryophyllene and humulene, Rockstar is used by many patients who have cancer, leukemia, diabetes, and bowel problems, as these terpenes may inhibit cancer cell growth, make certain chemo drugs work better, and may offer overall pain relief. Despite being a high THC indica dominant plant, Rockstar is more known for giving patients focus and clarity as opposed to helping one sleep, and should be considered more for late afternoon or early evening.
Many of our licensed producers are now making extracted oils as an alternative to inhaling our cannabinoids. However, not all oils are made equally. Some LPs disregard the terpene throughout the extraction process and end up with an oil that consists of cannabinoids only. Others extract the terpenes at the beginning of the process and reinsert them at the end in order to preserve the flavors as well as the effects that they lend to the finished product. While some of the licensed producers intentionally tone down the terpene content of the finished product in order to mute the overall cannabis flavor. Make sure you ask your licensed producer of choice about their methods. It may be the difference in finding the medicine that works right for you.
Cannabinoid Connection. Hello, this is Hart. I'm Chris, and today we're going to talk about the most famous cannabinoid of them all, THC.
Yeah, THC. When you say most famous, probably because that's really what everybody has known in terms of cannabinoids over the last several years, obviously. It's the one that's psychoactive, it's the recreational seekers thing, it gives you that high euphoric feeling.
And paranoia.
It can certainly induce paranoia. One thing I want to talk about, though, is let's not fear THC. No. You know, it's certainly CBD is a great cannabinoid, great medicine. We've talked about that in earlier Cannabinoid Connections. But there's a lot of good stuff that THC does.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, let's start off with, I guess, like, well, the cancers and such.
Yeah.
You know what?
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of research being done into how THC is attacking cancer cells, things like that. But even just taking things more down a simple path. I mean, if you're looking for help with insomnia, eating disorders, things like that, I would highly recommend that you use some THC.
Highly. Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah, but it's certainly great for things like chronic pain. Insomnia, as I just mentioned. So don't fear the THC, honestly. And if you have a nice ratio with some CBD in there, you're going to get the benefits of both, and you're not going to get those psychoactive, effects.
Now, just because I have trouble sometimes saying big words, what does THC stand for?
Tetrahydrocannabinol. You don't have to memorize it or anything, because that's okay.
Well, there you go. Thanks a lot, Hart. There you go. That's what THC is all about.
Yeah.
Hello there, I'm Chris, and on The Cannabis Show, you can ask us anything. And today we have Kate and Hart, and they're ready to answer your questions. And today's question comes from Brian, and he goes on to say, I'm seeing a lot of news about stores getting shut down. Is this really legal?
The stores are not legal, absolutely. If there's a a brick and mortar operation, it's pretty easy to tell that that would be a dispensary model and absolutely not legal. Anything that is legal is regulated by Health Canada at this point because it's all for medicinal purposes, so it's run under the ACMPR.
That's right. So until July 1st of 2018, there's no way to actually legally purchase cannabis, as you say, in a storefront. So those are, in fact, illegal. And as Kate mentioned, that the only real way to purchase cannabis is through a federally licensed producer of cannabis.
Now, with the licensed producers, just elaborate just on that just a little bit more. I mean, from the safety side of things and fertilizers, why is it so important to go through a licensed producer?
Yeah, essentially, things are regulated through licensed producers. So they're producing medicinal strains for patients, whereas a dispensary, not as stringent. There's not a lot of lab testing going on. There's not a lot of operating procedures that are in place, as far as I know. So I think you're getting a much better quality and a safer product from a licensed producer.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Excellent. If you got a question for us on The Cannabis Show, you can ask us anything. Just send in your question to The Cannabis Show at naturalhealthservices.ca.